Did you know that most contraceptive pills actually have an ingredient structure from kangaroo apple? What? Everybody knows about tea tree because it's freaking amazing. Tea tree leaves are literally used not only for ceremony and to enhance our own spiritual growth and well-being, but also for its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties by our Indigenous Australians. Like Kwandong, they are what you need if you've got cancer. In order to use it, I would highly recommend putting in, just instead of using normal pharmaceutical contraceptives, you should try this natural contraceptive that is really good for your body. Welcome, wisdom keepers, soul tribe, and new earth leaders to Soul Temple, your haven for self-discovery and growth. I'm Blythe Langford, and I am your guide to finding yourself and your true purpose. Together, let's shift from feeling stuck and misaligned to living a life of purpose and prosperity. So do you get sick regularly? Do you get a flu every time the season changes? What common things pop up for you? Because I'd like you for a second to consider that the people that you get your information from and your medication and all of those things are potentially the ones that are keeping you sick. Is it health care or illness care? I don't know, just something that I came to realize after I got cancer a few years ago and changed my diet and lifestyle and studied naturopathic nutrition and never got sick again. Never, like not once. So today's episode is going to be about exploring the world of medicinal plants, but not just any medicinal plants that are indigenous to Australia. Because this is something that I'm really passionate about, is bringing back as much native wisdom as possible. And the more people that get it out there, the better. Because I'm here on a beautiful property and literally see these foods just going to waste and people walking past them and not knowing what they are. So I want to bring some awareness for you so that you can really tune into traditional wisdom and traditional medicines. Today, we are going to uncover the profound secrets behind these natural remedies that have sustained people's health and well-being for generations. Like, I'm talking the Indigenous have been around for 60,000 years minimum. So why wouldn't we get healthcare advice from them rather than pharmaceutical companies that have been around for a few hundred years? So, like I've mentioned before, I overcame cancer when I was 27, and I have become obsessed, literally obsessed with caring for my body, leading me to become a naturopathic nutritionist and among other many, probably 20 other healing modalities. Now, naturopathic nutrition is different to other modalities because we don't use supplements. We use diet and lifestyle for healing. That's why I love exploring ancestral secrets that can literally empower you to enhance your health and well-being. And here are some of them for you to start to try and look out for. Kakadu plum. It's also known as gabinj. I think I'm saying it right. I always think I'm saying it wrong, but I say gabinj. I don't know. But it is literally Mother Earth's anti-ager. It's an antiseptic. It's an antioxidant. It's an anti-inflammatory. It is renowned for its exceptionally high levels of vitamin C. Like, I'm talking the highest vitamin C potentially on the planet, 50 times. If you want to know a little bit more in depth about it, it's got these beautiful acids in it, right? Of gallic and allagalic, something like that. I can't say the words. Acids, which are used to repair damaged skin and reduce collagen breakdown. So if we're reducing collagen breakdown, we're literally creating this defense force within us that literally plumps up the skin. And that's legit what Botox and fillers are for. So if you can get that from a plum, rather than having to inject your third eye with Botox, oh my gosh, amazing. And it also reduces sun damage. So if you've got blemishes or you're prone to skin conditions like psoriasis and eczema as well, it is amazing for helping to heal that internally. The acids and the vitamin C within there are amazing. And there's also compounds in there that reduce skin's inflammatory response to ultraviolet light. So when the sun's coming down, it literally is like a sun cream, right? It literally creates like a sun cream barrier so that you don't have your skin burned. Because as people, we're not supposed to be burned from the sun. The sun is our fuel source. It's our life force. It's our energy, right? So we should, as beings of this earth, be able to stand under the sun and be okay with its ultraviolet light. So this ingredient will internally create the body necessary to stand in the sun for periods of time. So this, oh my gosh, next level, Kakadu plum. Antiseptic as well. It's amazing for bites and sores. It was originally used for colds and flus and headaches because it has 13 times more antioxidants than blueberries. And blueberries are known for the ones that go in and clear out all the free radicals in our body. But that's exactly what the Kakadu plum can do. It's also super high in vitamin E. And this vitamin E is what improves your blood. It's amazing for hair growth. It's amazing to prevent hair loss. It rejuvenates the hair follicle and stops it being damaged, and it can really improve breakage. So if you're known for hair breakage or hair loss, fantastic ingredient. Now, I would love to share with you how to prepare this. Guess what? Yes, of course, eaten raw is best because obviously I'm a raw vegan. I love everything raw. But if you can't get it raw, then powders obviously are going to be the next best thing. But with your powders, like ask the company, ask the brand. Like if you're in a shop and you're like got different brands there, like ring them straight away and be like, hey, is your product dehydrated or is it heat treated? Because dehydrated is always going to be best because then it is more alive and active. And how can you use it? Pop it in your smoothie. Pop it in some warm water to soften it. Blend it up with some medjool dates or eat it just as it is. It depends on what your palate can handle. But for me, you could literally just put it in your food processor with some dates and then just pop them into little balls, and that can create like little sweet bliss balls. Add some carob powder, or if you like chocolate, add some cacao powder, and then you've got chocolate balls. Chocolate balls. Everybody wants chocolate balls. It's so good. Yum. Like yum. Now, the next one we want to talk about is tea tree. Everybody knows about tea tree because it's freaking amazing. But these tea tree leaves are literally used not only for ceremony and to enhance our own spiritual growth and well-being, but also for its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties by our Indigenous Australians. So traditionally used as an oil because it is actually toxic to ingest. So we want to make sure that we're using it as a germ killer, an antiseptic that's like a herbal medicine. It's literally anything that we can use on the external part of our body. So it's great for acne, really, really great for acne because it helps to reduce the bacterial and any fungal infections. So it's great for fungus, it's great for toenail fungus, it's great for cuts and mites, and it's also great for the base of the eyelids where potentially there is any infections that are coming in, or for insect bites as well. And it's also really great if you mix this with citronella and water. You can use it, only a little bit of water, you can use it as a spray on you that's topical for an insect repellent. So it's absolutely amazing. Now, it's also amazing for your white blood cells, and it helps your white blood cells fight off germs and other hidden invaders. So it is fantastic. It's also been used predominantly by Indigenous cultures for shelter and fiber and tools and food and making things like canoes. So with this understanding, it could be used for so many different things that we use, plastic or fiberglass or all of these things that don't break down really easily. It's really sustainable, eco-friendly, grows really well. So it's something that we could use and take a note out of the Indigenous book for this. A really great thing that you can use tea tree oil for is a mouthwash. It's amazing on gingivitis because gingivitis is an inflammatory response in the mouth. So what you can do to prepare your mouthwash is you get a really nice organic tea tree, or you can get some organic tea tree leaves and then mix them with a cup of warm water, swish it through your mouth thoroughly for 30 seconds or so, and then spit it out. And then it can really help to aid bacteria of the mouth as well. And unlike other mouthwashes, it's not toxic. So it's literally so good. But you just got to make sure you don't swallow it. So make sure you rinse your mouth out with water afterwards because it can be toxic if it's ingested in the body, but in the mouth center itself is really well. Let's go to emu bush. It is one of the most important plants to the Australian native people in Central Australia. So it's been used in ceremonies, and what they would do is line the graves with it. It's been used in tanning water bags. It's also been used to place in the warriors' headbands before they do anything, and for initiations as well. It's a beautiful ceremonial plant. Now, what they would do is they would crush the leaves, make an infusion with water, and when it was drunk, it would be really beautiful for colds and flus. And it would also be rubbed all over the body for sores or any achy parts because of its anti-inflammatory, and it's got this natural painkiller in it, and it's cardiac properties. So it's next level for the lungs, right? And remember, your lungs are your life force, like literally your life force. Nothing else can exist without your lungs. So it is amazing for everything. Like, far out. It's literally a superfood, right? So washing, we use it for washing our sores, for using it for cuts and for gargling due to its antiseptic and antimicrobial properties. It's also really great with sleep. So if you're having sleeping issues, then please get some emu bush growing in your garden or on your balcony. It'll have a beautiful calming effect. So great for anxiety as well. It helps with the immune system, to really strengthen the immune system, and for overall health. Now, in order to use it, I would highly recommend putting it into smoothies, because yes, you can have this one raw, or you can use it as a savory addition to a sauce. So you could literally have a smoothie that's pineapples, pears, I put some comfrey, and then some emu bush. Amazing, with some water. So, so yummy. Or if you were making a sauce, like making a tomato sauce, you could literally use cherry tomatoes, some medjool dates, and then pop some of this in there as well with some Italian herbs and salt. So yummy. And then you've got literally a sauce that you can use for the week. Now, it can also be used in baked goods and jams and chutneys. But remember, whenever you heat treat anything, then it loses some of its nutritional value. That's why I'm a raw vegan. That's why I highly recommend it. And if you wanted to make a jam out of it, you don't need to boil it and put it with sugar. Literally, a jam could just be put into your food processor with some medjool dates and some lemon. And that's it. You've got a jam. So easy. Or if you want to make it a chutney, medjool dates, lemon, maybe put some curry powder and some salt. So yummy, delicious, and chili. It's the best. Or you can use the emu bush as a tea. So put the flowers or the leaves in some hot water for approximately 10 minutes, and that'll create a beautiful infusion or poultice. Now, a poultice is also something that can be put on the body externally that really helps to heal. So let's say you make your infusion and then you strain out the water and then you put it on the body wherever there is pain, inflammation, or dis-ease, and then you put some bandage around it and then leave it on there overnight and then replace it every day. It's a beautiful way for external healing. Now, the Kwandong. Now, you might have seen these trees around. They're like these beautiful little purple berries, purpley blue berries, like a scarlet colour. Now, this Australian fruit is really high in vitamin E, and vitamin E is that one that really protects our skin and stops with the wrinkles. It plumps up the skin. It's a fullness. It's like Botox and fillers all in one. It's amazing, and also really great at organ repair. It's got folate, which is fantastic for people that want to have babies or that have children as well. But especially if you want to fall pregnant and you're struggling, then folate is amazing. And this ingredient, especially in its raw organic form, is amazing. And if you can't get it raw and organic, that's okay. Just get the powder. And then magnesium. Now, everybody's magnesium deficient. Every food is magnesium deficient, except for this guy. And magnesium is responsible for 480 enzyme reactions in our brain. Wow, that's a lot. When I first found this out, like 12 years ago, maybe no, 15 years ago, I started having magnesium chloride every day so that I would have those enzyme reactions in my brain. Because can you imagine if you weren't having 450 enzyme reactions in your brain, then does that mean your brain's going into dystrophy? I wondered that. I don't know. So I just started having way more magnesium. So this is one way that you can have way more magnesium. It's absolutely amazing. And it's high in calcium. Oh my gosh, we all want stronger bones, don't we? Yes. So really high in calcium. So this ingredient is super beneficial to everybody, no matter what diet you have. But if you're vegetarian or vegan, it's also an amazing source of iron and zinc. Now, everybody needs zinc. That was the one thing that cured COVID, right? So everybody needs more zinc in their body. The structure of antioxidants that really boost the immune system and reduce the inflammation and protect you against cancer and cardiovascular disease and Alzheimer's are next level from this food, because these dark colored foods that we can have in their natural organic states, far out, they just do these crazy things to the body. They literally just find disease and just freaking eat it. Having these things as much as possible really, really work well. And they're wild. They grow everywhere. You've probably seen them everywhere and not known how valuable they are as a resource to help with like lung conditions and cardiovascular problems. So if you're prone to heart attacks, your genetics, I don't love genetics, but your genetics say that you've got heart attacks in your family, then this is something that you could include in your diet, and it could literally help you prevent, but not only prevent, but start to clear your arteries and start to strengthen your cardiovascular, start to allow you to be able to start running at a later age in your life, get healthier, do all the things that you want to do. Now, let's talk about preparation for this one, because like the other ones, you can make a jam out of it. You guessed it, with a medjool date. So simple. Medjool dates, oh my gosh, they're amazing. Or with mulberries, dried white mulberries. That's really yummy. I love that. So you could literally chuck into your food processor some dried white mulberries. If you like cacao, or I don't like caffeine, so I put in carob. So I'd put in my medjool dates or mulberries, some carob powder, and these guys, and then just blend it all up for like 10 seconds. And then I can make bliss balls out of it. Or if you put it into flat little like cookie sort of shapes, you can make cookies out of it as well. If you want to bake them, do that. But remember, you'll lose some of the amazingness in them. But you could put them in a dehydrator like I do. Or if you've got like a new fancy oven like I do, then it will actually dehydrate for you as well. So as long as it's under 50 degrees, then it's dehydrated. So all of the life force and energy is still in there. Or you can just eat it fresh. Now, with all the Australian Indigenous plants, they can either go sweet or savoury. So you could literally make a relish out of it as well, or pickles, or a sauerkraut out of it as well. So you could put it into a jar with some salt water, some delicious herbs and garlic and onion and chili, whatever you like, and maybe some traditional tomatoes as well, and pop them in there, and that will be amazing as a relish or a sauerkraut or something like that. But of course, you can make your jam out of it. You guessed it, with medjool dates and lemon. That's all it takes. It's amazing. Or add it to your smoothies, anything. And also it's really beautiful as a tea as well, just a tea with some honey. Then what's also really great is the nuts. Eat the nuts because they are really, really great for you. You can have them roasted or raw. And you can also crush them all up. So you can put them in a food processor or a blender with a bit of water. And it is like epic hair conditioner, right? Like the nutritional content and the oiliness and the beauty of the nut can just be like so good as a hair deep treatment. So you get to use the whole thing. It's really, really beautiful. So do not forget that this is what we use for cardiovascular, for Alzheimer's, for inflammation, for cancer prevention, or for cancer healing. It's really, really great for that. Now the next one. This is fascinating. Kangaroo apples are nature's contraception. What? Contraception's natural? Did you know that most contraceptive pills actually have an ingredient structure from kangaroo apple? What? It's fascinating. I did not know this. Until I started looking into this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Of course they would have a natural conception. And this is what the traditional women, the Indigenous women of Australia would do. They would drink the unripe boiled fruit, and that would act as a contraceptive. Oh my gosh. Of course, intelligence everywhere, ancient wisdom, and of course with nature. So as a result of doing this, the follicle development will be inhibited and ovulation should not occur. I say should not because you can't guarantee anything in life. If you're meant to have babies and you're like Mother Mary, then you never know. But this is what they actually use in all pills. Aside from its hormonal activity, psilocybin from the kangaroo apple shows antifungal and anti-cancer behavior as well. So knowing this, it's a beautiful source, and other alkaloids in the kangaroo apple have actually proven and been used for a very long time as traditional bush medicine, as well as in manufacturing products that can be converted into steroids and hormones such as progesterone. And progesterone is the active ingredient in contraceptive pills. We already have that in our backyards, guys. Oh my holy moly. We don't need to do all the things, right? So this medicine is great for also treating skin conditions, colds, coughs, and flus. It's antimicrobial, again, anti-inflammatory qualities. And it's really amazing, high in vitamin C and beta carotene, which is, again, an antioxidant that is amazing at preventing disease, stroke, and cancer. If you are wanting to prepare this for yourself, you can use it to prepare as a poultice, so it can go on externally for swollen areas or any areas that you want to treat. So let's say you are wanting to treat a cancer or cardiovascular disease, you could treat it externally and internally. So you could make a poultice and put it across the area, bandage it around every day or once a week, but then use it internally as well. So ripe kangaroo apple is not a contraceptive. It's only when it's a boiled, unripened fruit that it is a contraceptive, right? So when it's ripe, you can use it and you can just eat it raw, or you can put it into any of your cookings. And you guessed it, you can put it into smoothies, you can make a jam out of it, like I've said with the other ones. You can even just get the little thing and open up a medjool date and stick it straight in and then eat it if you like things sweet. I love things sweet, so you might want things sweeter. Or you can just eat it as is. Or you can have it cooked. You can add it to any meal, like a little really sour tomato sort of flavour. Now, the last one we have is Australian mint, native mint. It is absolutely amazing. So you can make a tea out of this one. And the most amazing thing is it's really great for the esophagus. So it really helps with soothing digestion. It's really amazing for headaches. It's next level, and Indigenous would use it for period pain and for menstrual cramps, and really great to use as an oil. So you could use it as a vapor if you have congestion in the nose, in your head as well. It's really good calmative properties as well. So it's great for depression and anxiety to help neutralize sympathetic nervous system responses, and it's really great for heartburn. So you don't need to have all those antacids or anything like that. You could literally have a cup of this tea a few times a day and it will help to calm the tummy as well, and it also calms diarrhea. So it's amazing. And like I said, you can just put it into a tea, make a tea out of it. You can have it as is or add a little bit of local honey as well. That will just add extra benefits too. And if you were to have it as a dried herb, you could use it as a mint alternative, but it's quite savory. So you could use it also as an oregano alternative. So you could use it in your Italian style cookings. As you can see, our country is next level, the most healing medicine on this planet. You don't need to go elsewhere. You just need to go into your own backyard. Literally Google what these things look like and go and find them. See where around you can actually go and pick this, or go and ask somebody that has a farm that you know if they grow this on their property, and they might be able to send it to you, because these are things that can actually help you live longer, live healthier, live aligned with the earth, and really respect the land that we live on and the Indigenous traditions that have gone on for eons of time. And personally, I just want to say a massive thanks and acknowledgement to all the natural and original custodians of this land, the ancestors past, present, and those that are yet to come, for everything that you did get to experience and everything that you didn't get to experience. You are always part of this system, and I honor you each and every single day with every part of my being, in every prayer and every blessing that I always do. And I hope that you can connect to this acknowledgement as well for the Indigenous custodians of this land, for everything that they've been through, everything that they're yet to go through and grow through, and for all of us to realign with our deep respect for Indigenous ways. Please, guys, let me know in the comments below if you have used any of these ingredients before for healing. What effects did you have? Or people you knew, people that you know, how have they used this? What effects have they used this for? And how has it helped them with their cancers, with their menstrual cramps, whatever it is? Please inspire others by putting it in the notes below so that we can all grow and learn from your experiences, because we're all in this together. Thank you for joining me on Soul Temple. If this episode spoke to your soul, I would love love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And do not forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. But don't let your journey end here. Connect with me and my like-minded community of souls at Blythe Langford on all social platforms. I really look forward to diving deeper with you on your journey.